Welcome back to the channel, Crypto Tro. I am Crypto Tro, bringing you the latest and the greatest in cryptocurrencies. And today, man, we're going to talk about the new influx of users into DeFi Kingdoms. We got a lot of new people, and that's very bullish considering we still in the bear market. So today we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about price, and we're going to read this short medium article pretty much showing like how the growth of DeFi Kingdoms continues to go on even though we are still in the bear market. And I can't wait to see what DeFi Kingdoms does in the bull market. We got a lot of things happening. We know PvP is on the way. A lot of new features are on the way. So a lot of more things to look forward to in the ecosystem. But before we get into that, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications. We almost at 3.3 subscribers, man. So if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay updated on everything DeFi Kingdoms, because I'm going to continue to drop this content each and every chance I get. Every time we get new information, I'm going to put it out. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. And also, before we dive into this project, I gotta let you know I am not a financial advisor whatsoever, so please consult with the financial advisor. I'm doing this for purely entertainment. If you want, a certain opinion on what to invest in, consult with somebody before going too deep into the crypto space, because we know this space is volatile and we truly don't know what's going to happen, especially with these different projects. But what thing we do know is crypto is continuing to grow each and every single year. Adoption is happening even in the bear market. So it's a lot of things to look forward to, but you don't want to get caught up in the mix and just invest in anything, because a lot of projects are looking to take your money and have you looking crazy, man. So please, before you go into it, invest in the crypto space. Make sure you consult. Make sure you do your own research, which is most important. Do your own research and know why you're investing in a specific project. So enough of that. Let's get in straight into it. Before we start, talking about the new users, we're going to talk about price on today. So we can see today, price is at 15 cents, almost at 16 cents, down 1% on the day. So not too bad. We still, a market cap of $10.9 million. So still a micro cap crypto, and I think it can easily get to 100 million, and I think in the future a billion is also possible just because of everything that's going on. We know Jewel is deflationary. I continue to say that. So a lot of things that's going on in the ecosystem, a lot of new features for the game is coming out very soon. So can't wait to see what they do with that. We see volume is at 77,000, up 27%. So still a lot of people pumping money into DeFi Kingdoms even through the bear market. And I keep saying this because it's always good to see people still investing or still trading different cryptos in a bear market, because a lot of projects do go dead and we see volumes go down like tremendously. But DeFi Kingdoms continues to pump the volume throughout the project. So a lot of very bullish things going on. And also, it's just so much like in the ecosystem that I'm very bullish on. Now, we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about how we have witnessed an explosive surge in the number of users entering the DeFi space with the growing popularity of decentralized exchanges, yield farming, and staking, and more individuals are flocking to DeFi Kingdoms, because DeFi Kingdoms is probably one of the best crypto games out there. So they really want to explore the possibilities and reshape the future of finance. So as the DeFi community expands, it brings with it a diversity of background, experiences, and ideas, from crypto enthusiasts to traditional finance professionals. These new members are adding fresh perspectives and contributing to the development and growth of the DeFi ecosystem. We're going to talk about pretty much what the new users, like the numbers of the people coming into the ecosystem. Right now, I am on this Medium article. Shout out to the person who wrote the Medium article, and they said behind the recent growth of DeFi Kingdoms on the DFK chain. So I'm not going to read the entire article. I'm just going to point out, the important things that I think is very bullish. So this sector was called the surge in user acquisition and user activity. So although the seeds of DFK chain were sown back in 2022, it's only recently that the true potential of a dedicated blockchain began to reveal itself in a remarkable surge in user activity. So on June 1st, there were merely 110 new users and 2,500 active users, with new users representing about 4% of the active user base. So just 4% of the active user base were new users in June or on June 1st. But by July 1st, new users have escalated to 2,600, a 2,300 increase at that time. So very, very bullish, saying a lot of people a lot of new users or new wallets rather come into the ecosystem. So at the same time, daily users or daily active users rose to 19,000, reflecting a 651% growth, with new users now accounting for approximately 13% of active users, a significant jump. So let's break that down. A lot of new people are coming into the ecosystem. Now, truly, this is based on, the wallets being created or the profiles being created. So we don't truly know if it's actually new users or people creating other different wallets, but both are still bullish in my personal opinion. That's just because if it is people creating new wallets or people who are already in the game just, creating new wallets, that's just showing they actually are playing the game and getting involved and just going through different strategies, or maybe putting assets in one wallet and, leaving the other wallet for questing or whatever the case may be. This is just showing that they really truly believe in the longevity of the game because they're coming up with these long-term strategies. Now we can see the momentum carried through July 22nd, where 1,800 new users joined amidst 10,000 active users, maintaining a steady proportion of around 18% new users. So this uptick in a ratio of new users to active users, even though the growth rate eases, signals a continually expanded community within DeFi Kingdoms. So like I said, this is the chart pretty much showing like the number of active users and the number of new users, and we can see it continues to grow each and every day. The new users are pretty much growing at a fast rate, and I believe right now, probably like I always say, is the best time to get into the game because assets are super cheap. I remember like when the project first debuted, it was like $100 for the floor heroes. Like I'm talking about regular heroes, nothing, no level ups or nothing. It was $100. Now we can get a hero for under $1. Now, do I think it will get back to up to 100? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? If you continue to update or level up your hero, then of course your hero is going to be appreciated more, and that's the beauty of this game. And with these NFTs are pretty much like real estate. You can use them and quest and get different items, and these items in game actually have a dollar or fiat of value. So you can quest and get the money that you pay for these heroes back. But not only that, you're actually appreciating the hero because every level you go up, the price of their hero gets higher. So it's always good to level up your heroes when you're playing the game because they appreciate when you do that. So do I think it can probably get back up to 100 floor price? Probably not, because the inflation of heroes. But I do think if you level up your heroes the correct way, then people will pay that premium price, especially for, level 10 quests and things like that. So very, very bullish. Like I said, if you level them up, your heroes will appreciate in the long term. So the latest update hint at a more dynamic comeback system. So a sequence of various updates have acted as a catalyst for the recent growth observed in DeFi Kingdoms. So for instance, all hero classes have been redesigned to accommodate future developments. The heroes now animate according to the type of weapon they carry. Enabling animation paves the way for incorporating interactive elements into the game's combat system in the future, like dynamic NFTs that represent in-game items such as equipment, accessories, and weapons. There's also the addition of activity-specific animations to hero cards. As such, cards can mirror the activities of the heroes, including fishing, foraging, gardening, and mining. The updates to hero card and combat system animations have been designed in a way that they can be mixed and matched. A blend of animations will amplify the richness of the game's visual environment. So the team also announced a preliminary gas usage optimization in the game's questing system. The new smart contracts consume less gas during the initiation and completion of quests. So break that down. A lot of things have been updated in the game. Like I said, PvP is on the way. You got questing or level 10 questing as far as mining is on the way. And then a lot of more things is going to happen in the ecosystem before we hit the bull market. And that's what I want to see. I want to see the game fully developed before we hit the bull market, not necessarily fully developed because it's going to always be some type of things going on, but at the same time, at least have PvP before we hit the bull market. And I believe the price is going to absolutely explode once we get back into the bull market. But we are some ways away, you know what I'm saying? We are, a couple of months, probably a year at the most away from the full-on bull market. We might see, in 2020, top of 2025, that's probably when we see DeFi Kingdoms at its peak. And with Jewel being deflationary, that's very, very bullish because a lot of more transactions will happen in between and a lot of more Jewel will be burnt. So if we can just see, the 30-day period, I'm on that radar right now, we can see the active wallets in the last 30 days is 181,000 active wallets, and that's up 70%, man. So a lot of people coming back into the game and playing the game, and transactions are at 13.5 million. So with every transaction, Jewel is being burnt, and that is up 6%, and the volume is at $4.18 million. And that's at 7%. Then the balance is at 67 million. That's up 63%. So a lot of things going on. Like I continue to say, a lot of bullish narratives are happening for DeFi Kingdoms. On that radar, we see DeFi Kingdoms is ranked 12 in games and number 2 in collectibles. So I believe they have probably the best NFTs out right now, or one of the projects that have the best NFTs. Just because they actually appreciate in the long term. You're not just holding this NFT, hoping that the price will go up in the long run. You can actually level these heroes up and help the appreciation of that specific hero. That's my video. A lot of bullish narratives going on for DeFi Kingdoms, and I just can't wait for the bull market, for everything to play out. Like I said, PvP on the way. The bazaar features are on the way. A lot of new things in the ecosystem are on the way. So it's just really a waiting game, stacking that jewel. And at 15 cents, I believe that's a very, very good price. Anything under $1, in my personal opinion, is super, super undervalued for DeFi Kingdoms, because we saw when it hit the all-time highs, it really wasn't a true game at that time. It really wasn't. All the features that we have now were not out. So a lot of things going on, and I love to see it. That's my video for today, Crypto Troll. Make sure you check out my DeFi Kingdoms playlist, man. I got a lot of videos on DeFi Kingdoms, so you can catch up with what's been going on. You can go back and see the start of DeFi Kingdoms up until now, how they continue to develop. And also check out my DeFi Kingdoms Beginner's Guide, where you can get, some ground level information on how to get started in DeFi Kingdoms. So, Crypto Troll, I'm out of here.